Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Say It. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season. You're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Just steamrolling the defense. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here's Brown to begin the drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Here's Manning to throw. He's got him. Snowed under by the defense.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. He wants to change this route. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. The Longhorns will try to move the sticks on fourth down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple weeks.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quick completion to the right. At the 45 on his way. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Say it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Say it. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He caught it.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Trying to find the end zone. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
I don't have anything positive to say, Reese. Clearly, this guy's lost and going the wrong direction, and maybe
might have a chance. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. They go play action with Manning. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Texas! He got a step and just dusted the field. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Fires left. Makes a connection. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
To throw, it's Sayin. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
You know, the corner route is definitely a timing route because you're pushing straight up the field to make it look like you're running a go, and then you break to the sideline. So quarterback and wide receiver really have to be on the same page with timing.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's Sayin to throw. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense has finally put a good drive together, a really good opportunity here. Got to be smart with the football. Don't get too aggressive. Got to get points, but a chance to tie this up going into the half. And considering this offense hasn't played.
He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Extra point here will tie the game.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback. Coming
out with it, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, Manning. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Snags it and he's open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, say it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Moving past the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing Manning. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
We need a 2-minute offense. When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
He's got it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Manning. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Hart's going to spin it again. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up the 3 spot before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Say it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with the Navy Midshipmen taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. They'll move the wide receiver. Arch Madness. He's got his man, makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. He lobs one high down the left side. Falls in the deep ball. Finds a seam. Touchdown!
can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. On target. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Julian with the play fake. Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Zings it complete to the right.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on second and short. The run inside. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Say it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got a man in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here's Julian saying to throw. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Saying back to the air. Here's the pressure. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. One more time, it's Brown. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Under fire. Makes the grab on the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads it left. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 4th down, Saying. Here comes the heat. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
All right, fourth quarter now, you're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. At quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some.
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Rushes on him. And it's a sack.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here. A couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they could put this thing away. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Crosses the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. Inside the... And he scores! Touchdown, Longhorns!
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, quick points on the board, just like that. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Red pass, it's complete. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Now here's Sayin. Finds his tight end. Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to...
Snags it, and there's running room. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Here's Sayin to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Sayin. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Throw it, Sayin. Oh, they're after him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Again, it's Sayin. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Fourth down, Sayin. He's got the tight end. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Right back to the well. He's loose at the 15. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Say it. It's complete to the right. Smashes through the tackle. He's got enough for the first down, and he stopped after a pickup of 14, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Play fake, say it. He wants a big play here late. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires to the big fella. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Saying back to the air. Right on the money. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. From the red zone, it's Jackson. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
They're working that left side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Say it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. Fires into the end zone, incomplete. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Saying to throw for it on 4th. He wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Running inside, it's Brown. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.